Hello everyone. So now today we take up with the new chapter of AFS Accounting for Finance and Service, that is contract costing. Okay, very scoring, simple and easy chapter. It will not take much time to even complete the chapter. And if you are clear with the basics of the initial first lecture, then the whole chapter you can say would be over in the first lecture itself. Whatever we do in this particular lecture, all of you are supposed to write it in the notebook. I repeat, everything we do it in the current lecture is supposed to be written in your notebook. Each and every point in that. Okay. So first of all of you give this heading in your notebooks, contract costing. Now, let us first understand what is a contract. See, contract refers to a large job or assignment work order. So it's a kind of job, but amount involved is very big. That's why we say large job or work order. So contract is something, you get a contract of constructing a flyover. You get a contract of constructing a school building. You get a contract of constructing a whole society of 100 people. So it refers to a large job or assignment work order, where the execution of work is spread over 2 or more financial years. Like you can see the flyover getting constructed right now from Ginda Circle to Old Padra Road, Manisha Chowkdi, Akshar Chowk, towards that way. How much time did it take to make the flyover up till now, and how much more time still it will take in future? It will take few years. So contract is something which does not get over in 1 year. It is spread over 2 or more financial years. Generally, a contract commences in one financial year but ends in a different financial year. So normally it takes more than 1 year to complete the contract. Okay, once again look at it, and you are supposed to write this in the notebook. So in your notebook, write down the heading, what is contract, or directly write the heading, meaning of a contract, and write down, contract refers to a large job or assignment work order where the execution of work is spread over 2 or more financial years. Generally, a contract commences in one financial year but ends in a different year. Now, before we take up with the detailed accounting part in this chapter, we need to understand few terms involved in this chapter, without which you'll not be able to understand which item is an expense or which item is an income also. So few terms will understand it first. Okay. So give the heading in your notebooks, everyone. Terms involved. The first term, all of you write down, contractor. Who is a contractor? The one who undertakes and executes the work under a contract. For example, Balaji, all of you would have seen this Balaji, Agoda, City Center, etc. So who is this Balaji construction builders, developers? Who are they? They are the contractors. They are going to undertake and execute the work of doing the construction of that whole building. Pacifica, Madrid County, which is constructed in Bailey, Vasna Bailey area. What is that? That is again a project made by Pacifica. And who is Pacifica here? Contract, who has constructed that whole society. And several more examples are there in Vadodara. Nilambar is there, Prapti Group is there, Pavan Group is there, Vicenza is there. All these Greenwoods are there. All these are the contractors who undertake and execute the work on your behalf. Okay, means on the client's behalf, for whom the construction is to be done. So you can write down this in your notebook. Who is a contractor? One who undertakes and executes the work under a contract. Wherever required, you can pause the video and write it, and then again you can play the video and continue. I will be speaking in one flow only, but wherever you think you have not written it, you can pause the video and write it down. Next is contractee, the one for whom the work is undertaken, the client of the contractor. So if I talk about Nilambar, then Nilambar is the contractor, and the various residents of that Nilambar Palms or Nilambar Bellissimo, Who are those people, residents staying in that apartment? They are the contractee for whom the contract work was undertaken. Okay, so he is the client for whom, he is the customer of the contractor for whom the work is undertaken. You can write this in your notebook. Contractee, one for whom the work is undertaken. Then we have subcontractors. Now contractor is the one who undertakes and executes the main contract. But contractor alone cannot perform the entire job. So if you talk about a construction of a building, he will further require the services of plumbers, electricians, workers, carpenters, etc. Who are these various people doing work further for a contractor? They are called subcontractors. Okay, so subcontractors are like electricians, plumbers, etc. They are the contractors hired by contractor for construction related works like electric, plumbing, etc. Okay, they are called subcontractors. Write this in your notebook. You can pause the video and write it down. Next term is contract price. Now this is the price agreed between the contractor and contractee for the contract to be performed. Means if you go and buy a particular house in Greenwoods, he has quoted the price as 1.5 crore. Finally, you both sit on the table and negotiate and decide that final price you are going to pay is 1.3 crores. Then what is that 1.3 crores? Contract price. So it's a price agreed between the contractor and the contractee for the contract, for the construction work to be performed. Work certified. Now this is important, understand this. As we discussed that the work of contractor is going to take more than 1 year, and generally we know that the year ends on 31st March. So what is done is, slightly before 31st March, 10 to 12 days before 31st March, architect visits the site of the contractor. Okay, architect visits the site of the contractor and he evaluates the value of work done. Why does he do so? See, when you buy any house, office premises, anything from a contractor, you don't make him the payment right away. You don't make him entire payment. You also make the payment in installments. So if after 1 year is over, contractor asks you to pay 20 lakhs, you will not directly pay him 20 lakhs. You'll ask him, why should I pay you 20 lakhs? Show me, have you done the work worth 20 lakhs? Here the contractor will give you the certificate given by the architect. What will architect do? He will come and evaluate what portion of work of your house has been completed. Okay, now he comes slightly before 31st March. Why did I tell you slightly before 31st March? Because he cannot do the entire task in 1 day. So he will not, the architect will not come and visit your site on 31st March and evaluate the entire work done. So he will maybe visit on 15th March, 16th March, 22nd March, slightly before 31st March. And he will evaluate the work done till that point of time. And he will give a certificate to the contractor on the basis of which he will charge payment from you. That portion of work is called work certified. So what is work certified? Write down in your notebook. The portion of the work done by contractor for which certificate is given by an architect is called work certified. Okay. So slightly before 31st March, architect will come and visit the site of the contractor. He will evaluate the work done by him. He will give the certificate to the contractor that you have completed the work worth 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. On that basis, the contractor will collect the money from the contractee. Okay. So that portion of work certified by the architect is called work certified. I hope everyone is clear with that. Next is work uncertified. Now, as I said, does the architect visit the site of the contractor on 31st March? No. So let us say he visits the site on 22nd March and completes the entire evaluation by 25th of March. 3 days he takes to evaluate all the houses in the society and the valuation of that work done. Now, some work will be done by the contractor from 21st March to 31st March also. Okay. Architect finished his job on 25th of March, but contractor is going to continue the work for all 365 days in a year. So even between 25th March to 31st March, he is going to do some work. But for that work, the architect will give certificate in the next year when he again visits on 20 or 25th of March. In this year, that last 5-6 days work, 25th to 31st of March, the work is done, but the certificate is not given by the architect. So that last few days work for which certificate is not given by the architect is called work uncertified. Look at it. The portion of work done by the contractor till year end for which certificate is not given by the architect is called work uncertified. It is the work done by the contractor from the date of giving certificate, that is that 25th of March, that is work certified, till the year end, that is 31st March. Okay, so work done for that last few days from the date of giving the certificate till the date of year ending is called work uncertified. So all of you must pause the video and note down these terms, if not still so far. Okay, all of you must be clear with these. What is a contractor? What is a contractee? What is subcontractor? What is contract price? What is work certified? And what is work uncertified? Now further, all of you give the heading in your notebooks. Notional profit. Now what is notional profit? What is a dictionary meaning of the word notional? Notional means something artificial, unreal. Now in contract also, actual profit can be ascertained by you only after the work is completed, which would take 3, 4, 5 years period of time. As the contract is for a large job which takes more than 1 year, actual profit, what is going to be earned by the contractor, can be known only after that 3, 4, 5, 6 years of period is over and the entire work is completed, entire construction work is over in that 3, 4 years period of time. But you have to find your profit every year. So until the work is completed, whatever profit is earned by the contractor cannot be said to be the actual profit. That profit we call as notional profit. In simple language, what is notional profit? The profit of an incomplete contract. So if a contract takes 4 years to complete, then whatever profit you calculate in the first year is a notional profit, because that is, you have not really earned. Actual profit you'll come to know only after 4 years are over. So first year's profit is notional profit, second year's profit is notional profit, third year's profit is notional profit. And after 4 years are over and entire work is completed, then the profit what you earn is the actual profit. So notional is that unreal profit which you do earn. Okay, and you find it out just because the year ending finalization of accounts is to be done. But actual profit will be earned only after the contract is over. In simple language, what is notional profit? Profit of incomplete contract. All of you repeat, profit of incomplete contract. See this? Actual profit on a contract can be ascertained only after it is entirely completed. However, for recognition of profit, means for recording of profit, during the course of contract, the concept of notional profit is used. So the profit earned during the years of incomplete contract is called notional profit. Okay, as I said to you, the profit of incomplete contract is a notional profit. For example, if a contract takes 5 years to complete, okay, you can see this table in front of you, then whatever profits are earned in the first year, second year, third year and fourth year, they all are notional profits. And actual profit will be earned and recognized only in the 5th year. So until this contract is incomplete in year 1, 2, 3 and 4, until the 4 years it is called notional profit. In the last year it is called actual profits. So you can pause the video and write this meaning of notional profit. This is also important. Now we need to understand recognition of profit in an incomplete contract. Means how do you record the profit in an incomplete contract? For this, I'll give you a trick to remember, so understand it. You first remember 3 percentages. Which 3 percentages? 25, 50, 90. Okay, once again, all of you repeat 25, 50, 90. Once again, all of you repeat 25, 50, 90. 25%, 50%, 90%. Now, what 5 categories do we get from this? Okay. Percentage of completion. Incomplete contract means what portion of the whole contract is over. Up to 25%. Which three percentages I told you to remember? 25, 50, 90. Then 26 to 50%. Then 51 to 90%. Then 91 to 99%. Almost the contract is complete. 91 to 99% means almost it is completed. And the complete contract, that is 100%. Last one, 100% is a complete contract. We are talking about recognition of profit in incomplete contract. So first four columns are important. Therefore, I said to you, remember four percentages. Sorry, three percentages. 25, 50, 90. 25 means up to 25%, 50 means 26 to 50%, 90 means 91 to 90%, and last is what? 91 to 99. Not 91 to 100, because 100 means the contract is complete. So in incomplete contract, what will be the last stage? 91 to 99%. Now, what amount of profit is recognized and transferred to P&L account? Understand this. See, if the contract over is only 25%, means less than 1/4 of the contract is only completed. Very less work is done. Less than 1/4 of the total work is done. So no amount will be transferred to P&L account. You will keep aside the entire amount in the form of a reserve, because we don't know in the remaining 75% contract, are we really going to earn any profit or not. So when the work done is very less, up to 25%, then profit transfer to P&L account will be nil. Entire amount will be kept aside in the form of a reserve. No amount will be transferred to profit and loss account. Now 26 to 50% means less than half work is done. So less amount is transferred to P&L account. What less amount? You remember 1/3, 1/3. Now what is this formula? Write down 1/3 into NP into CR upon WC. NP here is notional profit. CR is the cash received from the contract. Cash received. And WC is work certified. Work certified means work completed by the contract, and the architect has also given the certificate for that work done. So you remember only 1/3. 1/3 is what is important. Less than 50% work is done. Less than half work is done. So less amount is transferred to P&L account. More amount is kept as reserves. What less amount is transferred to P&L account? 1/3 into notional profit into cash received upon work certified. 51 to 90% means more work is done. More than half work is over. So that 1/3 becomes 2/3. Rest remains same. Now more amount is transferred to P&L account because more work is done. More than half work is done. And less amount is kept as reserves. So what more amount is transferred to P&L account? 2/3 into NP into CR upon WC. Okay, 2/3 into notional profit into cash received upon work certified. And 91 to 99% means almost complete. So profit will be recognized on the basis of estimated total profit. Just note it down. You don't have any practical questions based on this 91 to 99%. Okay, but it is recognized on the basis of estimated profit. And 100% work is completed, then entire notional profit into CR upon WC. Okay, no 1/3, no 2/3. Entire notional profit into cash received upon work certified will be transferred to P&L account. And if full cash is received, client has paid full money, then entire profit will be transferred to P&L account. I repeat, if client has paid full amount of cash is received, then full profit will be transferred to P&L account. But if client has not paid full amount, then this formula, notional profit into cash received upon work certified. Okay. So once again, all of you remember this: 25%, 50%, 90%. Up to 25%, nil. 25 to 50%, 1/3. 51 to 90%, 2/3. 91 to 99% estimated, ignore, no relevance. 100% means full. Notional profit into cash received upon work certified. Everywhere NP into CR upon WC is going to come. In 26 to 50% it is 1/3 of that, and in 51 to 90% it is 2/3 of that. So all of you must write this table in your notebook without seeing. I repeat, pause the video without seeing this. You make this table in your notebook, because this is going to be very important when we solve the questions. Okay, we'll have to make the workings and find percentage of completion. Okay, how would you find the percentage of completion? Work certified upon contract price into 100. So if contract is of 1 crore, work certified is 90 lakhs, then you can say 90 lakhs upon 1 crore, 90% of work is done. So that percentage of completion, 25%, 50%, 90%, how would you find that? It comes in which range or which category? Work certified upon contract price into 100. So all of you pause the video and write down this entire table in your notebook without seeing. I repeat, without seeing. Okay. You first remember the three percentages, 25, 50, 90. Then you write that percentages in your notebook. Up to 25% work completed, 26 to 50%, 51 to 90%. Then incomplete contract means 91 to 99%, and complete contract is 100%. And then you remember and write it on your own. What amount will be transferred to P&L account? Up to 25% means hardly any work is done, so nothing will be transferred there. 26 to 50%, 1/3. 51 to 90%, 2/3. Of what? NP into CR upon WC. 91 to 99%, you simply write estimated profit, and 100% means full NP into CR upon WC. So this entire table, all of you must write it in your notebook without seeing. Okay? You can pause the video and write it down. Now we understand how to make a contract account. So all of you make this format of contract account, particulars amount, okay? Normal format like a profit and loss account. You can say that contract account is just like a profit and loss account. Debit side, we record all the expenses. Credit side, we record all the incomes and balance. Instead of net profit, we call notional profit if the contract is incomplete. I repeat, instead of NP net profit, here we call it as notional profit if the contract is incomplete. So make this format, everyone. Pause the video and make it format, and also mention debit and credit on both the sides. I hope everyone has done the format. Now, as I'm explaining you, all of you keep writing this in your notebook. Okay, this format, you all keep on writing it in the notebook. All the expenses will come on the debit side. So very first would be the expense of two materials issued. Now materials means cement, bricks, sand, whatever things are required for the construction. Okay, that material will be issued to that particular site, sent to that particular site. That will come on the debit side. For that contract, it's an expense. Then we will have two wages, paid plus payable, even outstanding. Normal rule, outstanding, what we used to do in P&L account, add same thing you'll do here. So whatever amount of wages is paid plus whatever is outstanding, total expense is going to be considered. Then to direct expenses, whatever direct expenses are involved in the contract. Maybe the laborers, maybe the expenses of design, the architect's fees, interior design's fees. All these are considered to be direct expenses. Then indirect expenses also, one contractor may be running 4 to 5 different sites. He may be having his head office at one place. He may be having his administration office at one place. He may be doing marketing, branding of his own business at various medias. All that expenses are divided in various contracts. So whatever portion of indirect expenses taken in this contract will be debited over here. Then subcontract costs. We discussed what is a subcontractor, plumbing, electrician, etc. So those expenses will also be debited to contract account. Then to cost of extra work done. Many times what happens, the client says, I want this extra work in my house. You provide him that extra work at an extra charge. So that will come in your income also. But whatever you pay to your people, laborers, subcontractors for that extra work done will be debited to contract account. That is your expense. And whatever you charge from the client would be your income. So cost of extra work done. To plant at cost. Now this is important. Normally we debit depreciation of an asset in P&L account. But in contract account, instead of catching the nose directly, we catch the nose indirectly. So we record the depreciation, but we don't record it directly, we record it indirectly. How we record it indirectly, we'll see in some time. But right now you all write down to plant at cost. Debit side, we record the plant's opening balance or the plant issued at the cost price. Okay. How the depreciation will be recorded indirectly, we'll see in some time. Now credit side, what we'll record is by work in progress. Work in progress means in that 1 year, 2 years, whichever year of ending you are making this contract account, whatever work is in progress till that point of time is to be credited. That will include work certified as well as work uncertified. We discussed work certified, for which the certificate is given by the architect. Work uncertified, last few days work till 31st March, for which the certificate is not given by the architect. So that total of both is your work in progress. That will be recorded on the credit side. That is your main income. That much work you have completed. Then by closing balance, you'll record the closing balance of materials at site as well as plant's book value, written down value at site. Now, as I said to you, we don't record the depreciation directly, but we catch the nose indirectly and record the depreciation. So all of you can see, debit side we have recorded plant at cost. Credit side we record plant's closing value. The difference between the two automatically represents depreciation. So if there was a plant of 1 lakh, 10% depreciation is provided 10,000. Then instead of directly debiting 10,000, we will be debiting 1 lakh and we will be crediting 90,000. Difference of 10,000 will automatically represent depreciation. So keep this in mind when you make the contract account. We don't record the depreciation of an asset directly in contract account. We record the value of plant in the beginning of the year on the debit side and end of the year on the credit side. So difference automatically represents depreciation. Now we would do the total of both the sides, and whatever balancing figure remains on the debit side, if the contract is incomplete, we will call it as notional profit balancing figure. I repeat, if the contract is incomplete, then it will be called as notional profit. If the contract is complete and full payment is also received from the contractee, then entire amount directly you transfer to P&L account. Now this notional profit will be written on the opposite side again by notional profit brought down. Okay, same notional profit will be written on the credit side again by notional profit brought down. Now here we will make that workings what we studied in the previous slide. What workings? At this stage we will find out what percentage of work is done. If it is done up to 25%, then this entire notional profit will be transferred to reserves. No amount will be transferred to P&L account, nil amount as we studied just now. If at this stage we find that the percentage of work done is between 26 to 50%, then from this notional profit, 1/3 amount, 1/3 into this notional profit into CR upon WC, cash received upon work certified, will be transferred to P&L account and remaining will be transferred to reserves. If at this stage the work completed is 51 to 90%, okay, then 2/3, 2/3 into notional profit into CR upon WC will be transferred to P&L account, remaining will be transferred to reserves. If the work done is 91 to 99%, then estimated profit, and if the entire work is done, 100% contract is completed, then full notional profit into CR upon WC will be transferred to P&L account. So from this notional profit we will find out what amount we have to transfer to P&L account, and that we will find out based on percentage of completion what we studied in the previous slide, and you have written in the notebook up to 25%, 26 to 50, 51 to 90, 91 to 99 and 100, and remaining amount balancing figure will transfer to reserves. Now this reserve again you'll write on the opposite side by reserves brought down. Okay, there are three parts of this contract account. What does this last part, third part represent? Next year's opening balance. Main contract account is over in the first two parts itself. The last part of contract account represents the opening balances of next year. I repeat, the last part of contract account represents the opening balance of next year. So this reserves will become the opening balance of next year. Then to work in progress brought down. So this work in progress also what we get in the first part on the credit side, this one. This we will write as opening balance of the next year. This year whatever work is done by the end would be the opening balance of the work done in the next year. And again that balance brought down of that materials at site and plants will become the opening balances in the next year. So this last part just represents the opening balances in the next year. Main contract account is only the first and second part. Okay, last part just represents the opening balances of next year. So you can pause the video if you have not written it and note down all these points. For today, all of you must remember these basic concepts: which things come on debit side, credit side, what is notional profit, what percentages of notional profit are transferred to P&L account, and that table 26 to 50, 51 to 90, etc. In the next lecture, we will start with the practical questions. Okay, that'll be all for this lecture. Bye everyone. Take care. See you in the next lecture.